Most MPV style vehicles go large on practicality but offer meagre measures of style and sportiness. Seat's Altea takes a different tack. We think it's the best looking compact people carrier out there, and although there's no 7-seat version, you can choose long wheelbase and 4-wheel drive derivatives. MPV customers these days take the practical and the safety angles for granted and demand more, much more. Suddenly, style and fun have become key concepts for drivers of compact people carriers in what is an evolving market. Whereas once upon a time, purchase of an MPV style vehicle was something of a grudge thing for the cash-strapped, today there are some very desirable offerings, and Seat's Altea is one of them. The Altea rides on the same platform as a Volkswagen Golf and also features the agile chassis concept that Seat originally developed for their high-performance Leon Cupra R. In other words, it's very good to drive, with surprisingly little body roll considering the high chassis and seating position. The intelligent electromechanical steering is well weighted and precise too. Unlike most Seats, the Altea features a neat multi-link rear suspension system that produces a ride that's firm but comfortable. Like most vehicles that have a high seating position, you initially feel like you're sitting on rather than in the vehicle, but you soon get used to it. Now I'm trying the all-wheel drive Freetrack 4 version here, which rides about 40mm higher than the standard model, so it loses a bit of their nimbleness. Mind you, the 2-litre petrol and diesel engines that you get in this variant show a fiery turn of speed. The Altea unashamedly offers 5 spacious seats that slide and fold rather than 7 cramped ones. The side profile features the same 33/66 glass to metal ratio that you get on many sports cars, and as a result the Altea is much more high-waisted and dynamic looking than the Volkswagen Touran with which it shares many of its underpinnings. Inside there are more than 30 places to stow and stash goodies, including a supersized glove box, a drawer under the front seat, these large bins on all the doors, and even storage space under the boot floor. There's even a storage cubby incorporated into the rear parcel shelf. 2-tiered boot has a capacity of over 400 litres, rising to 532 litres in the stretched XL body shape that I'm looking at here. I can extend this without folding down the rear seats, just by sliding this forward to 635 litres. Or if I fold the bench, I can max out with 1604 litres. Park this up in Kensington and I could rent it out as a studio flat. Prices sit mainly in the 13 to 18,000 bracket for the standard Altea, and you'll need to budget another £500 model for model if you go for the stretched XL version. Opt for the XL only Freetrack 4 model here that I've got, and you'll need to budget a little more. Between 22 and 23,000 is probably what you'll end up paying. Most buyers end up choosing between 6 different engines. On the petrol front, there's an entry-level 102 brake horsepower 1.6, a peppier 160 brake horsepower 1.8, or a 200 brake horsepower 2-litre unit. If you go for a diesel, there's a 105 brake horsepower 1.9, the 140 brake horsepower 2-litre TDI that many customers will choose, and at the top of the range 168 brake horsepower 2-litre TDI. If, like me, you go for the Freetrack 4 version, then you've got the choice of the 200 horsepower petrol unit or the 168 brake horsepower 2-litre diesel. Nothing too much to worry about here. If you can afford to run a Golf, you can afford to run one of these. The diesel versions that most customers buy should average around 50 miles to the gallon and put out no more than about 150 grams per kilometre of CO2 into the atmosphere. The Freetrack 4 versions are pricey and not really for off-road use, so unless you really want to make an MPV lifestyle fashion statement, I question whether a standard model with a few sporty add-ons might be a better bet. Although the Altea may leave some potential buyers scratching their heads and wondering exactly what it's trying to be, if you're not too hung up on vehicle definitions and simply want something that's fun, stylish and practical, then it's well worth a look. A welcome change from most of the Me Too family hatchbacks that populate our roads, the Altea is a welcome breath of fresh air.